Hey y'all, Rhonda here. Hope everyone's doing well. All right, it's diamond press time. Well, when I did my haul a video or two ago, and if you didn't see that, go back and watch it and give me a thumbs up, make a girl feel special. I just went bonkers over this, and you guys did too. This is, let me pull this out. And usually when I get, after I do my haul, I put all of my dies and stamps and the sets and everything in their little envelopes. I haven't made the title for it yet. I have a little brother labeling machine, and it has a little white card that goes in there, and I put the label on there and make it nice and neat so I can set them up and flip through them and organize them and all that fun stuff. Anyway, this is an interactive card, which is really cool. You can kind of see a little bit there. So anyway, there's a mechanism that folds this up, and then when you open it, it pops out. Really cool. Really, really cool. So we have 3 pages of instructions. And I don't think it's as hard as it looks. Let's get these in order. Okay. Yeah, they are just very detailed. Diamond Press is very detailed because I don't want you to be frustrated and not enjoy the process of making a card. So there are 3 large dies here. Oh, they're a little off kilter. Let's see if I have paper here so you can see them a little better. So we have a big snowman, and then some sentiments, some snowflakes, some presents. And over here we have a stack of presents, a Christmas tree. And I mean, these are like large, but have no fear. They're going to fit inside of an A2 size card. More snowflakes, sentiments and everything. So I did go ahead and hinge my carrier sheets. So what that means is I take a piece of packing tape, a little bit longer than this, lay it down, make sure the carrier sheets are all even and everything, and then fold that tape over and then trim the edges, and then that way they're attached and you don't lose it, because if you lay it down, see, it just disappears. Plus trying to get back on there, nice and neat and all that, it just makes it much easier for me. And then you have your dies that cut out all the pieces. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I don't know why I'm putting these back up. I am going to, you're going to help me by motivating me. I'm going to cut out a card base. I'm going to stamp 1 or maybe all 3 of those images, color them, and we're going to cut out the pieces that we need, and then we will go from there and make a really cool card, hopefully. All right, well, let me do that, and I will be right back. Okie dokie, cowpokes. I got it colored, stamped, colored, and cut out. And I went ahead and did actually all 3. I'll show you the other one in a minute. So on these, I really, really highly suggest, recommend, urge you to cut out an aperture for these. Because you can see on this one, I didn't, and I got a little wonky there. Okay. This one wasn't too bad. But yeah, and then especially the snowman because of his little arms. So making an aperture is just taking the die. Let's see, do I have one here? Hang on, I don't think I threw. Here we go. Oh, come on. Okay, so just take a scrap piece of paper and put a piece of tape where it's easiest to hinge. Okay, and then die cut it out. Okay, and this is what you're left with. So when you do this, you can line this up exactly, because this is where it's going to cut. All right, so you line this up with your image exactly where you want it. Let that go down, and then tape your aperture paper and your cutting paper, this that you colored, tape it together so it doesn't move, and then run it all through the die or the machine. And then that way you can see exactly what cuts out, and you won't be wonky like this one. Anyway, and then once you do it, you could just keep this together so you don't have to cut it out again. All right. So when you cut these three out, 1, 2, and then the snowman over there, they actually cut out like that. I know. All right. So, which color are we going to use? I did some reds and some blue card bases. Okay, I think we'll do the blue for the presents and the red for the Christmas tree. All right. Move these to the side. Move this to the side. All right, and then I cut out matching. Oh, I didn't. I just cut out one because I used the blue for the snowman. Okay, I guess we're going to use red on both of them. No big deal. All right. So I cut out matching little pieces there. And this is what's going to make it all work together. All right. So you have your card base. You have this little Dumaflocci right there, and it also scores for you. Okay, and then this is where it starts in about how to assemble the mechanism. All right, and it's really pretty simple. It has some schmutz on it. I don't have to use both of them. Oh well, I'll cover it up with some. All right. So I don't know if you can see the score lines in there, and glitter, because yes, I did use embossing powder with the snowman. All right, so it tells us to, and their instructions are really good. Pretty much read the pictures, okay? With the exception of one that it says you have to measure an inch down, but we'll get to that. Let me put these in order. All right, so read the pictures. So it says, fold pop-up mechanism die cut at score lines indicated in red, because they are indicated in red. All right. And you're going to fold back, and you're going to fold back, and you're going to fold back, and fold back. Okay, because you do have a pretty side, and when you score something, you make that notch in the paper. Well, the other side is raised. Okay, you fold toward the raise, if you didn't know that. All right, so when you fold this, it ends up making a little, that could be a little, little headband for a Barbie and put a feather up there, Okay, so this is what you end up making. All right, so then it tells you to put glue on this side. I'm trying to show you. See that little flap? Because it's going to tuck under here. Because, my question was, it's getting fast here, going over the top of it like that. But no. You want to go under. So this little flap, okay, is going to go under. So let's do that. So a little zhuzh glue there. Okay. And then underneath. And we'll hold that for just a second, because Nouveau Glue sets up pretty darn quick. Okay, and while that is setting, it tells you, take your card base, and this has more embossing powder on it. Okay, open up your card base. This is the inside, and you need to measure an inch down. I found this cute little ruler at Dollar Tree. Yes, I did. All right, so measure an inch down, and make just a little pencil line right there. Okay, so I made just a little, see that little tiny pencil line there. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do, okay, and it shows you to hold it like this. There is, I don't know if you can see, there's a score line right there and a score line right there. Okay, so it's telling us to put glue on this little area, this little triangle up here. Okay, up here. So we're going to do that. Look at this. My glue's coming out kind of thin there. All right, and we're going to turn it over. So see the L shape? I'm doing that because it's hard to see on the red. So this shape, okay, this is going to be towards the center of your fold, okay? So this top part is going to go just under that little inch mark on the left-hand side of your card, all right? And you don't want to go right on the score line. You want to go just beside it, the score line that opens your card there. Line it up. Make sure I'm not too close. All right, I'm going to hold that for just a second. So we're on the left-hand side of the card. an inch down, and our top part is just below that little tick line. So this is what we have so far. I know it's kind of hard to see the red on red. Okay, so that's going to be the front of your card, the inside, the front, the back, and then the back. Okay. All right. So the next step is number 5. We need number 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me make sure I'm all set up here. Okay. So what have you guys been working on? I haven't been doing a whole lot of anything. Well, I have been doing a whole lot of something, but haven't been in here much. My daughter just finished a play where she was a stage manager, and the drama teacher said this was the hardest tech play that she's ever done, and just raved about AJ, how phenomenal she was. So, yeah. So anyway, that's over with, and they're going to move on to a musical. All right. I think that's set up now. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is on that, like I said, that score line is right there. Okay. We're actually going to fold it over on that score line. If I can get it. Did I glue it down? Don't tell me I glued it down. Hang on. Okay. Should have folded it first. I knew better than that. I'll fix that, don't worry. Where's my bone folder? Let me fold this. Okay. When I made the first one, because I did practice on the first one, I did score that. And I think I did score this one also. That bends, you can see it goes across that way. Just so you can see the lines. So that way it'll fold better. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, let's try this again. All right. So we're going to glue this back down. No worries, it's just a little paper. If it was that bad, we could just cut it some more, but it's not. Get rid of that little piece and that little piece. All right. Again, we're going to do this just under that tick line. Real close to the fold right there. Let this set up again. Do. All right. Get rid of that little bit of glue there. Okay. Then we're going to fold this over. Okay. And this is what it's going to look like. All right. Can you see that? So we glued it right here on this little corner. There's a score mark there and a score mark there. And then we're just going to fold this over. Okay. And yes, it's supposed to be sticking above like that. All right. So now, let's see, where are we? A, fold it up like that. B, fold the pop-up mechanism up again at remaining unfolded score line. Okay. Let me see. Did I mess this? No, I got this right. Oh, like this. Okay. Let me fix this. Have a little brain fart there. Okay. Okay, so here we are again. Glued down. There's a score mark. There's a score mark. Okay, that's sticking up above. So we're going to fold this up like so. And if you have to readjust a little bit, because it shouldn't be in the fold, right in the fold line. So that's what I was doing, kind of fixing that. So this will be able to, well, you can't do it now. But anyway, that will be able to shut. Okay. All right. So what do we do? Fold back up. Okay. Unfold pop-up mechanism completely and apply adhesive to the square area as shown. Okay. So it's saying fold all of this back open like this to where we started. All right. Got off kilter a little bit. Come on. Okay. So it's saying to put glue right here on this square. All right. That's what we're going to do. Put a little sticky stuff right there. Be sure and get to your, pretty close to your edges. Okay, so we did that, and then it says on D, fold pop-up mechanism back, pressing to adhere square area to the right side of the card. Okay, so we're going to fold this back up like this. This is what it's going to look like, and we're going to press that down because that little glue spot is right there under that. Okay, let that set up for just a second, and we're going to go to number 7. All right, maybe now you're seeing why we cut it in 3 pieces, or why it was cut in 3 pieces. All right, so this is what we have now. Just to show you, I know it's kind of hard to see on red. All right, so there's a little score line right there. You kind of see because that was part of our square. You can see, it lays down like that. Okay, so on this little square right here, we're going to put glue, and we are going to glue the top piece of our 3-piece image. Okay, and it says, add adhesive to the top square of the pop-up mechanism, adhere the top die cut image on the top of the adhesive, making sure to align the bottom of the die cut to the score line. Okay, so it's saying get right down there to that score line. And do it just like that. And make sure, yep, it's just right there, because it's going to be really close together. Okay, and then this next long area right here, we'll go to number 9, just so we can stay up with it. Okay, so this next long area right here, we're going to put glue there, and we're going to adhere our middle piece right there. Okay, which is this one. And we're going to butt it right up against there. Line it up. Okay, and let that soak up. Then we have our bottom piece, and that's actually going to get glued onto the card base itself, not any of the mechanism, onto the card base. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and again, I'm just pushing it down, and then I'm going to butt it right up against that next piece. Line it up. Okay, let all that dry. ABC 1, 2, 3. We did that. All right. Now it says open and close card to make sure image collapses when the card is folded, and the pop up when the card is open. Okay. We shall see. So you got to do a little bit of training on it. Okay. So it's going to bend right here at this little point, which I should have scored earlier. That's why it's not wanting to do it, because I folded it the other direction. Okay. And I'll show you better on the next one, because we're going to do another one, and I'll do it a lot quicker. Okay. So this is what it should do. So it closes, and you see how it just tucks in there? And then it opens up. Ta-da! I'll put a little more glue right there on the corner there. Okay. But that's what it's supposed to do. Ta-da! Peekaboo! Okay, let's do the next one, and we'll do it a lot quicker. It's kind of setting up still. All right, let's grab our card base and our piece. We have our 3 pieces here. All right, so we have our little mechanism here. We have the score lines where you can see. We're going to fold those, fold them all back. Okay, and I usually like to use my bone folder. It just gives a crisper edge, and especially when you're doing, well, really anything, it just it gives it that little extra finish, I think. Just lines it up better. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and these 2 score lines, I'm going to go ahead and fold those and burnish them. Okay, this one is going to go back. This one's going to go forward, but I'm going to, because it's easier, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to burnish it. That's just because this is pretty heavy cardstock. And then when it goes forward, it'll just work a lot better. Okay, so we have everything folded on the score lines. This is what I have. Okay, we're going to take this little flap right here. Move that out of the way. Okay, and that's where we're going to put the glue. And we're going to put it underneath this little flap. Line it up. Make sure it's just right to the edge there. Let that set up. While that's setting up, we're going to bring our card base over. We're going to measure 1 inch down. One inch down, make a little line. Okay. And then make sure. Okay, so this is what we have now, our little box. All right. So it's going to go on the left side, just right under that little tick mark. Okay, so it's saying to put glue right here on this corner, that little triangle there. That's what we're going to do. Like I said, get to the edges because it has a lot of stress on it. I'm going to fold it back over. I'm going to line it up just to the edge of the fold there. Okay, I mean just right next to it, but not on it. Okay. Oh, come on. It'll be ugly because you want to make sure that the card shuts. Okay. If you think you're too close, or not for sure, just shut it. Okay. Let that set up for just a second. And then I did that, so I did 5, now I need 6. I don't want to tell you wrong, okay? Okay, this should be, oh come on, don't get off kilter there. All right, so then we're going to take and fold this up like so. Okay, make sure everything is burnished good, pretty much squared up. All right, and then we are going to unfold. So it says, okay, be folded up top of the mechanism. Then we're going to unfold the pop-up mechanism completely and apply adhesive to the square shown. So we're going to bring this all back down. And so this little square right here, we are going to put some glue. Okay, and then we are going to fold it back up. It's just going to naturally go that way and press. Let that take a hold. I don't know why my glue is so runny. Usually Nuvo's not like that. I don't know if I got a bad batch or if I let it get too warm or I don't know what happened there, but usually it doesn't do that. Okay, so we're ready to put on the top part of our tree. Remember, we're in 3 pieces. So we have this little square right here. That top little square. We're going to put adhesive on there. And put our top piece, like I said, just right there at the fold line. Okay. Then the second part, we have this long area right here. We're going to put glue there. Like I said, go all the way to the edges. Come on. You're going to glue your second piece, and you're going to butt it right up against the top one. I mean, just right there. Okay. Let that set up. Okay. And then the last piece, it's a little off. Okay. And then the last piece, we're gluing directly onto the card base. Okay, why are you being ugly here? Oh, now come on. I'm almost finished and you're clogging up. All right, let me get a pen, which this is a quick fix, but really need to take it to the sink and take the lid off and get that little booger out of there. Because what I'm doing is I'm just pressing it back down in there. See, there we go. Okay. It will eventually work its way back up. See, it already has. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm going to take this to the sink and rinse it out. Now you're going to continue to come out. For now. Move that big blob around. Okay. All right. Glue the bottom part onto the card base. Just right up against there. Line it up. Like so. Now we have this beautiful Christmas tree. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and it's best to, really let this set up. Okay, now we're going to see if it's going to close. That's why this little line right here, I burnished it. I folded it and burnished it both ways. Okay, to make that a little easier. So see how it's closing up? And do a little smush. And ta-da! There we go. Very cool. Yeah, there's no overhang or anything. I just need to put a little more glue right there. But very nice. That's so fun. Okay, so we have our Christmas tree. We have, our presents. Okay. And then the finished one I did right here is the snowman. Ta-da! That's where all my glitter is coming from, my embossing powder there. On there. Yeah, so I will finish these, but the main thing is I wanted to show you the mechanism and how all that works. So if you have any questions, let me know. If I need to go over it again, I mean, you can hit replay, pause me, any of that stuff. But anyway, I just think these are super fun and they are easy. Like I said, once you make one, you can whip these babies out. The longest part is trying to figure out what color you want to use and actually coloring, I think that turned out really, I love the coloring on that. Anyway, I used alcohol markers. Alcohol paper. All right. Well, let me know what you think. And until next time, bye for now.